no, it's just some stuff that probably he can kind of give you a synopsis of what.
What do you want to talk about?
You know, about the vote, about what they voted to do, and such as that.
What do the chiefs think about the need for paid staffing as a group?
They said it's inevitable, and they all came together to, didn't give a time frame, but they said they 24/7 staffing and 11 stations. That's what they said.
Okay, 11 main stations.
Yeah, we had two very hard hit meetings. Never got up off the table over here in this room. Spent like 4 hours at one meeting and 3.5 hours at the next one. And it was interaction from all the chiefs and the assistant chiefs in here along with our board. Very productive. And we hashed everything out.
So you're at the same place we are. We recognize that it's going to have to happen. It's just when.
That's exactly right. And that's not our decision.
Well, that
And the money.
Everything goes back to the money too.
you know, that's the
You know,
main
that's the
thing.
main thing. That's, can we afford it now or are we going to be able to afford it later? And is it going to cause any hardship in the county in between the times that we decide to do this? Is somebody going to?
Well, I think we can always spend whatever we take on new buildings, on new equipment, on new houses and everything else, and actually be able to justify a need for those. But a new firehouse won't put out a fire. At some point, you're going to have to look at individuals and fighters.
Can I say something since Brad talked about the vote? I'm the one that made the motion in the meeting. And the motion was that we present to y'all through Terry the need to staff 12 stations 24/7 on an unspecified timeline. I specifically said in that meeting that I, as an assistant chief in this organization, don't know if that timeline is 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years. And that the data, while in some areas supports it, in other areas it doesn't. And I think it's something that we need to look at as a district as a whole. And I want to bring up, since we started off this meeting talking about recommendations from the consultant. So a couple of other recommendations in that key recommendation list, and there's about 60, is work to retain and recruit new volunteer personnel. Develop an ESD-wide comprehensive recruitment program for volunteers and career personnel. I think that's one of the keys to the discussion we're having here. We have to do that. I just got back from the SFMA convention in Arlington. I spent a week up there. We're not alone. Every fire chief I talk to is having this exact same problem in every department, from the smallest, truly rural volunteer fire department out in West Texas that has 5 guys whose average age is 60 and has no new people, and their engine is a 1954 LaFrance, all the way down to the largest volunteer fire department in the state of Texas, Cy-Fair, which has a $60 million budget, I believe. Of course, they run paid EMS, but they're volunteer on the fire side. They're having difficulties as well. One thing I did notice in this, and one of the classes I went to, was developing a long-term strategic plan. Key recommendation number 1, complete the process for the development of strategic and master plans. Along with that, develop and adopt a mission statement. Construct a vision statement for the ESD. Develop a value statement for the ESD. Develop a code of ethics, and so on and so forth. Guys, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've looked at this for years. No offense to anybody. I'm in the leadership of this for the last 10 years as much as anybody else in this room. We're all busy. I sit on 5 committees. Chief Stone sits on several. Mac sits on several. Terry sits on several. We're in over our head right now. I'll be honest with you. At the leadership level, we are in over our head. We're taking on water, and we need you 5 guys to help us get the water out of the boat. And those things to do that are developing the recommendations within this plan so that we can go out to our volunteers, because one of the things that I